You are welcome to this channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe to our channel. And please keep sharing. Concerning 2027 election, if these three politicians run, Tinubu will lose in 2027. Primate Ayodele sounds alarm. As Nigeria's political scene begins to stir, in quiet preparation for the 2027 general elections, a prophetic warning has emerged from the spiritual sphere. The leader of Inri Evangelical Spiritual Church, Primate Elijah Ayodele, has issued a strong caution to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, declaring that his chances of securing a second term will be ruined if three specific politicians enter the race. In a report published by Daily Post, Primate Ayodele did not mince words in highlighting the political danger that lies ahead. He stated emphatically that the re-election hopes of President Tinubu will be dashed if these unnamed individuals throw their hearts into the ring. While he chose not to reveal the identities of these three politicians, Ayodele left no doubt about the capacity to derail the president's 2027 ambition. There are three people that must not contest for the election if Tinubu wants to win. Because if they contest, Tinubu may not win the election, the cleric stated. The urgency of his tone reflected a belief that Tinubu's path to re-election is not guaranteed and depends heavily on how his team handles the threat posed by these influential figures. According to Ayodele, the political equation will change drastically should these individuals join the contest, as their combined strength could build a coalition formidable enough to unseat the incumbent. The warning comes at a time when public sentiment around Tinubu's presidency is mixed, with challenges ranging from economic hardships to internal friction within the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC). These issues, coupled with a possible alignment of powerful rivals, created what Private Ayodele perceived as a vulnerable moment in the president's political journey. Ayodele further noted that avoiding this looming danger will require careful political maneuvering and timely decisions. He hinted that the opposition may already be watching and planning, which makes early preparation essential for Tinubu if he intends to stay ahead. There are three things the president needs to do ahead of 2027. He can only defeat this coalition if these three names don't join them, Primate Ayodele warned. Well, as the race to 2027 election is, starting, everything seems to be, too early, but then it's not too early. And from the news coming forth, of course, we are bound to see different permutations, comments, observations, and even predictions. Like in this case of the spiritual leader of Inri Evangelical Spiritual Church, Primate Elijah Ayodele, who is known for his fierce predictions about private, public, social, political matters. And as regards the forthcoming 2027 election, yes, like Private Ayodele always say, that anytime he comes out to speak concerning what God told him as prediction, it is possible for that thing to come to pass, and it's also possible for it not to come to pass if the people in question take the necessary action to avert whatever prophecy. Maybe it's negative, but if it is positive, of course nobody wants a positive thing to turn away. But in this regard, it has given a prophetic warning now concerning the general election as regards the chances of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in 2027. And looking at everything as at present, we don't know tomorrow. The chances of the president winning the election might be very high, if and on the particular condition that if some three sets of people that he did not mention join the race, and if they work in tandem with the coalition that is about to form in order to fight for the number one seat in Nigeria at the Aso Rock, that's the presidency, well, they are bound to derail Tinubu's purpose. But then these three people, the clergymen has not mentioned their name. Probably he decided to make it confidential. I wouldn't know, maybe it is God that just wants him to do it that way according to him, or probably he just decided to keep mute, believing that well, he will not be the one that will go and steer them up to do something that they can decide to be steered up by whatever, maybe their ambition or by God or their people, to come out and do something. But as long as we don't know these people, it's going to be difficult for a Tinubu to understand the kind of opponent he might probably contest against, and also the kind of homework that he might really need to do. Because as president, the belief is that all those who are coming out against him now are already known enemies, and I feel that he knows how to handle them. But in this case, that there are some three anonymous people. They look mysterious, but they are game changer according to the prophet. That if they come into the race, definitely the chances of President Tinubu to have a return ticket and then become the governor, the president of Nigeria for a second term, might probably not see the light of the day. But be it as it may, of course, he is busy cautioning President Tinubu, of course, even to make sure that he does his own works clearly, making sure he understands and knows his onions very well. Because some of the challenges that are already bedeviling the country, that has to do with economic situations, and probably some insecurity that is also freshly raising its head in some parts of the north, especially the middle belt, that if these things continue, if any of those three people come out to contest, those are foundational basis for Tinubu to lose the election in 2027. But since the man of God did not mention these people, it's so difficult for us to just begin to analyze, or to just conjure, begin to say things about people we don't know, and we don't know their background check, and also, of course, we don't know how formidable they are according to him. But the truth remains that we know that 2027 election is coming, and President Tinubu might eventually, come in and say he wants a second term in office. And the clergymen left no doubt about the capacity to derail that 2027 presidential election ambition of the president. I think a word is enough for the wise, because the president is the one that needs to do the needful. He should fast track the repair of the economy, and some of the medium term projects or plans that he has, he should begin to hatch them now. We are expecting him also to see continue the low hanging fruit for people, so that Nigerians can be better off, and maybe his chances will be better in 2027. Remember to subscribe to our channel, make sure you like and please share. Thank you.